Good morning, everybody. Respected dignitaries, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Atal FTP on Cybersecurity, Manipal Institute of Technology, Manipal, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to this noble virtual gathering. AICTE Training and Learning Academy is an AICTE initiative by Dr. Ravindra Kumar Soni, Director AICTE, with the vision of empowering faculty to achieve goals of higher education such as access, equity, and equality. The educational output is dependent on academic institutions and their faculty members. The knowledge that students possess upon graduation comes from the faculty of their institutions. The Atal Academy's aim is to stay up to date with the new teaching pedagogies and technological updates in the realm of teaching with the help of faculty development programs. This helps teachers to enhance their knowledge in the relevant field and impart this knowledge to the younger generation. We are really privileged for having our proposal selected to organize FTP on cybersecurity. And in this regard, I must thank AICTE. This is a 5-day workshop from today to Friday, in which we have an opportunity to interact with eminent resource persons from IITs, NITs, industries, and MAHE. In this auspicious occasion, we have with us Mr. Sangamesh S., Head Managed Security Services, Infosys, as the chief guest. He is also the resource person for first 2 sessions today. A very warm welcome to you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming Dr. D. Srikant Rao, Director MIT, and our guide, mentor, and guru, who is presiding over this auspicious function. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you, sir. My heartfelt welcome to my esteemed colleagues, Mr. Akshay Kesi and Ms. Chetana Pujari, who kindly agreed to work with me as co-coordinators in this 5 days FTP. I welcome you, sir and madam. I also welcome all the associate directors, heads of various departments of MIT and other institutes who have accepted our invitation and graced the occasion. I am delighted to offer the most hospitable welcome to the participants of this FTP, without whom this FTP wouldn't have been organized. I also welcome all the faculty members, students, and supporting staff of MIT and other institutes who joined this online event. Last but not the least, I welcome each and everyone present in this virtual inauguration. Thank you very much.
Light symbolizes victory over darkness and defeat ignorance. It marks the beginning of an auspicious movement and event. So let us begin this auspicious movement by lighting the e-lamp. Thank you, sir. I'd also like to thank Dr. Balachandra for the warm welcome. I'm glad to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Sangamesh S., Head Managed Security Services, Infosys Limited. Sangamesh is an experienced and accomplished information security professional, and he has over 15 years of experience spanning all facets of information technology and security. His proficiency include design and implementation of enterprise security platform management, security operations, cyber threat intelligence, counterintelligence, vulnerability assessment, and penetration testing. In his current role, Sangmesh leads the management security services, which offers security monitoring, threat management services to Infosys customer. He is passionate about analyzing cyber threat and spent time on cyber threat research. He is also part of WorldSkills team representing India as an expert for cybersecurity track. Under his mentorship, India has received the Medallion for Excellence in WorldSkills Kazan 2019. May I request Mr. Sangmesh to address the gathering?
Thanks, Chetna, for a warm welcome and introduction. So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Sangamesh, and Chetna has given me a brief intro about me. It takes immense pleasure for being part of this program, and I'm very happy and delighted to have this program inaugurated and with the faculties in front of me. And this pan ahead where we actually think about what is not possible, right? So in fact a few years back it was not even a reality that people learn the things virtually and it has been like going to the school or the college for the learning, but this pandemic situation has actually changed the life which we never thought about. These are the challenges. And if you look at the the current situation which has brought in these all the things are moving in a normal fashion, it's because of the skills that we had, right? So these skills have been brought up organically in our institutions, and that that has happened, and it is very much practical just because of the faculties, professors, assistant professors like you, who has enabled the children, students, and the fellow people to achieve what they can, right? So with that particular note, I would like to take a moment to thank Dr. Shrikant Rao, Director MIT, and Dr. Balchandra, HOD of ICT, and also Mr. Akshay and Chetna, Assistant Professors MIT, for giving me an opportunity to be part of this program. So, AICTE training and learning program has been institutionalized by the government, and we see a lot of potential in there. In fact, if you look at, there are 100 and plus different areas that are there, and cybersecurity being identified as one of the trust area. So, in the current situation, it is very much relevant because the entire world is operating in the entire cyber community only. Everyone relying on being internet connected, right? So that's why we are able to operate or live a normal life even in this current situation. So the cyber security has been in existence for quite some time, but it has not gained the importance until the threats like WannaCry and the happenings and the attacks like the RSA and big banks and organizations are getting breached. That's why people started looking at cybersecurity as one of the important area that needs to be focused on. And I'm very happy that the professors over here, the faculties are over here who are getting, who are participating and getting empowered in cybersecurity. And my request to you all is to share the knowledge that you gained in this 5-day program with with your students, and also make sure that like we live in a secure country. So I see the agenda has got multiple technical sessions with some of the hands-on, and it is very well structured. And again, I request you to make use of this opportunity to empower your knowledge and getting it transition. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sangmesh. We look forward for your session. It is my privilege to introduce our beloved director, Dr. Shrikant Rao. Dr. Rao, a professor, Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, is an alumnus of Manipal Institute of Technology, obtained his BE degree from University of Mysore and MTech and PhD degree from Manipal University. Dr. Rao has 5 years of useful industrial exposure. Before taking charge as the director of MIT Manipal, he was assigned the challenging responsibility of looking after the admissions at Manipal University as its director. Before this, he had also served as the joint director of MIT. I request Dr. Shrikant Rao to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a privilege for me to come for this very important FDP program launch, the series launched by the AICTE under the Atal FDP program, which is so very critical for faculty members to ensure that they have the requisite skills uh, in the domain that they are supposed to engage with the students, either later on in research or in their academic domain. Uh, Chief guest of today's function, Mr. Sangamesh, yes, Head Managed Security Services Infosys Limited, the head of the Department of INCT Department, MIT, Dr. Balachandra, who is also the organizing chair and coordinator, Mr. Akshay Kesi, coordinator, assistant professor in the ICT department, and Ms. Chetana Pujari, co-coordinator for this particular FTP. My fellow colleagues in the institute, and also the participants from across the country, and invitees. As Mr. Sangamesh just mentioned, it's very critical, especially in the cyber security area, where it's not only for the corporate or commercial or in the what you call as uh, individual use, but it is a national security issue as well. So government of India has come up very strongly in terms of developing cyber security professionals, which is the need of the hour for the nation as well. And also globally, if you look at the number of experts in cyber security field is found wanting. And the challenge is to create more and more professionals in this area, and to ensure that the national security also is not compromised, and the need for having more and more cyber security professionals in the government sector, and also in all other fields where it's looking to be very important, especially with the IT boom, and all the necessary, I would say, solutions are provided by IT, and IT is now touching all the domains, and hence it becomes all the more important to make it more secure, the solutions more secure and not compromised. And the demand for this area also has come up very strongly, and it is only pertinent that there is more and more focus on it, especially to us as teachers. And because this is where the learning happens amongst the students, and as teachers we need to update ourselves with the latest in this domain. And I am really thankful to the department for initiating this particular topic as an FDP program under the Atal banner. And I'm sure that all of you will benefit with the rich experience that the resource persons have and will interact in the sessions to follow in the 5 days. and also there is a very important hands-on experience that you will get. I'm sure that this program is going to be very successful in imparting that or creating major interest in pursuing this area, either as a PhD topic if you haven't registered for PhD, or go more in depth in this particular domain to ensure that you are abreast with the latest, and this will then go into the students' experiences. And I'm sure that there will be more programs coming up with as a offshoot of this particular workshop in your own institutes, in your own department, amongst your own faculty groups. So let it be as a sort of I would say a triggering point, and which will inculcate and generate more interest. And it is very critical that industry's participation should be there, and that is how you see Infosys and several other organizations of repute involving themselves in the academic area, and that is something which is very healthy. And this sort of engagement with faculty members and sharing of I would say ideas, thoughts, and knowledge and skills are going to only bring in more and more closer the people in the industry and people in the institutes or academia. And the gap that is prevailing, especially the IT field, it is something which is always large at any point of time, and the developments that happen in the industry need to reach to the institutes very quickly, else the gap will enhance, and this will lead to the students not benefiting from it. And if students do not benefit, it is then again they will be pulled back to the industry, and the industry will have to retrain them, and that is the challenge that the industry faces. So it is with that intention, we need to have a closer rapport with the industry. And I think the departments and the institutes all across the country have proactively now reached up to the organizations in the country and abroad, and the gap now is being narrowed down, which is something which is very healthy sign. And to that effect, AICTE and the government has done really a yeoman service of late, especially with Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe as lead, been able to encourage more and more industries to participate in institute activities, and thereby having a healthy interaction with faculties, and also giving opportunities to students all across the country. So this is something which we as faculty should appreciate and take it forward. And this will be bringing in the new dimension in especially in this difficult situation the country is facing with the COVID. And but as somebody mentioned, COVID has also brought in the more and more advantages of the IT into play, and we are able to have people across the globe to be addressing all of us, and sharing of knowledge. These are something which are positive, which all of us have now taken IT and online as something which is normal to us, and all the I would say conventional way of handling and a good blend of both is something which will be here to stay in the education field. And with the new education policy also, there's a huge impetus that all of us have to put in terms of faculty development to be aligned with the systems that are coming in, which is revolutionary, and all of us should be prepared and also be part of this huge change that is being envisaged with the gross enrollment ratio for the higher education to be enhanced to 50% in the next 10 to 12 years. This is the challenge that the government has, and also the roadmap that is being built. So we are all a part of that very important journey, and these programs, these FTPs are also part of it. And let us all join hands and do well for ourselves and also to the institute you belong and to the country we are serving. So thank you for the opportunity and wish you all the best. Let there be good learning from the next 5 days. Thank you so much and all the best to you. And I wish to thank the organizers for having me here to talking to you and spending some time with you interacting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rao, for the valuable advice. Now I request Mr. Akshay K.C. to present vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. We have assembled here and have reached the end of the inaugural function of 5 days faculty development program sponsored by AICTE Training and Learning Academy on cybersecurity from today till 13 November. This workshop is meant to disseminate the knowledge in the area of cybersecurity with special references to modern techniques with hands-on sessions. I'm sure that all the participants of this workshop will be benefited. Now let me move on to the duty entrusted to me, and it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. We are really delighted and privileged for having our proposal selected to organize FDP on cybersecurity, and in this regard, I must extend a sincere thanks to Atal Academy AICTE. In this workshop, we will have an opportunity to interact with eminent resource persons from IITs, NITs, industries, and MAHE. Mr. Sangamesh S., Head Managed Security Services, Infosys, has graced this inaugural function with his presence as chief guest. It is a pleasure that we have you here, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, sir. Dr. Srikanth Rao, Director MIT, has presided over this inaugural function. He is a man who leads by his works. After having taken the reins of administration, the campus has achieved a new vigor and vitality. You are a constant inspiration, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my deepest gratitude to you, sir. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Balachandra, organizing chair, coordinator of the event, professor and head of Department of Information and Communication Technology, my guide and mentor, for welcoming all the dignitaries and participants for this event. Thank you, sir. I also thank all the associate directors, heads of various departments of MIT and other institutes who have accepted our invitation and graced this occasion. I'm delighted to offer most sincere thanks to all the participants of this FDP, without whom this FDP wouldn't be organized. I would also like to acknowledge and extend sincere appreciation and gratitude to Ms. Chetna Pujari, Master of Ceremony for today's function, for her efforts towards anchoring of this event. I also thank all the faculty members, students and supporting staff of MIT and other institutes who have joined this online event. Last but not the least, I thank each and everyone present in this virtual organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Akshay. It is well said by Newton Lay, as the world is increasingly interconnected, everyone shares the responsibility of securing the cyberspace. It is on occasion like this we look forward to get an exposure on various aspects of cybersecurity. Okay, now I would like to give a brief introduction to our participants. Okay, a brief instruction for our participants. Today's session link is shared with you via mail and WhatsApp chat. So kindly use the link to join the meeting. And at 11, the control The central inauguration link will be shared with you. So please note, after every session, an attendance and a feedback link will be shared in the chat section of MS Team. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Chetna. Thank you, everyone. Let's catch up on the session.